Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry for the late starting today, but I had some things going on at school and I had to come home late. I couldn't make it before, so don't. I'm sorry, but just to for those who are in Discord, I'm sorry for the sharing of screen. I know you cannot see it very well. Maybe it's even frozen. I have tried to solve it, but I don't know how. That's the whole reason trying to use many applications, watch YouTube videos, research on Google. I can't find a solution. I'll try to talk with people that know more about the subject maybe. Um I'll see what I can do. But for the other hand, just let's go continue what we were doing last week. Now we continue number 42. Okay, it says just as a reminder, we were doing linear equations, perpendicular and parallel. Which perpendicular to remember is that the slope of one, which slope is rise over room. So if the slope of one is 3, the slope of the perpendicular will be the reciprocal, which this is 3 over 1 will be 1 over 3. And then wait, let me see if I can change specific thing. No. Never mind. I'm sorry for this dot. I don't know if you can see. Oh, forget it. Okay, as I was saying, this is 3 over 1, then its reciprocal will be 1 over 3. But since we needed opposite sign as well, so this is positive, this one will be negative, and yeah, these are the perpendicular line. Now, if it is parallel, the slope is going to be the same. So we don't bother about it. Now, first. Which equation represents the line that is perpendicular to, okay, and passes through the point that, okay, now, first of all, as I just mentioned, if we want a line to be perpendicular, we need a reciprocal opposite, like opposite reciprocal slope. So first, we need to see what is the slope of the line. Okay, I'm going to work with it. I have 4x minus 6y equal 15. It's a y. I'm going to take away 4 in both sides, like for x. So for x minus for x is cancel out. So I have negative 6y equals negative 4x plus 15, or 15 minus 4x is the same. So I'm going to want to leave the y alone. I will divide by negative 6 in both sides. Okay. Now negative 6 divided by negative 6 just cancel out. Oops. We leave the y alone. Now negative 4 divided by negative 6. Okay, I'm going to put y equal. The negative will cancel out because since they are the same sign, then it will come positive. Remember, same sign positive, different signs negative. And that's for multiplication and division. Now, 4 divided by 6, we cannot divide it uh, right away, but we can simplify. We can say 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then 6 divided by 2 is 3. And I keep it positive because if they have the same sign. And then 15 minus, divided by minus 6. You see different sign. This is positive 15. This is negative 6. So we have a negative sign here, and we cannot divide neither. Well, we can simplify this, and we can say um 15 divided by 3, 5, and 6 divided by 3, 2. And we can say 5 minus 5 over 2. This is our answer. But what we care about, okay, this is our, oops, my bad. This is our answer. But what we care about is just the slope, so we didn't even have to do this far. But we did it, so it's okay. Now we have the slope. The slope is the value before the x, or the slope. is going to be equal to there. Now we want a perpendicular slope. So a perpendicular slope, as I mentioned before, is going to be opposite reciprocal. So this is positive, so we want a negative value. This is positive, we want a negative value here. And then it's just flip. It will be 3 over 2. And this is the slope we're looking for. Now we want an equation that passes through that point. Okay, we use the same formula we have been using um for the like the whole. I'm gonna write it here because I took too much space writing this, but okay. For the whole like weeks, for at least the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to say okay, y minus y1 equal um m, which is the slope, x minus x1. And I'm going to do their values. Okay, I know that the y here is 9, so minus 9 equal our slope. The slope we want is negative 3 over 2 because we want the perpendicular line. We say, okay, negative 3 over 2, parentheses, x minus 6. I'm going to put the 6 here. And this is the equation we're looking for. As you can see here, nope, nope, because it has a positive 9, and we see minus 9. Here, this is gonna be a no because photo slope needs to be negative, and this is the exact same equation I had before. You see? It's the exact same. Remember, if you have any question, always go to Discord. Just send me a text and say, hey, I don't understand this. Can you explain it to me? I'll do it. I'm here for that. And then so just let's continue to the next question. Um okay. Line W is represented by the equation. Okay, we have the equation there, y equal 5x plus 3. We use the following equation representing a line that is perpendicular to line W. Okay, now this is an easy one. We have like we know that a perpendicular line is one with a opposite reciprocal slope. Perpendicular opposite reciprocal slope. Slope. So we have 5. The opposite, like the reciprocal, will be 1 over 5 because it's 5 over 1. If you don't see it, nothing, like if you don't see nothing, the bottom is just over 1. And then this is positive, so our answer needs to be negative. And when I'm looking here, hey, this is my negative 1 over 5, so this answer. That's it. That was all we needed to do. We didn't need to do like anything else. Now, line L contains the contains. I'm sorry about that. The points negative 5,1, 7, negative 1. Line K is perpendicular to line L and passes through the point 1, negative 1, comma negative 4. What is the equation of line K? Okay, first, to find line K, we need the slope. They are not giving to us the slope directly, but they are giving to us 2 points. And we know as the slope formula equal y minus y1 over x minus x1. That's something that we already know. We review it like since the beginning of the course. Something that you need to keep in your mind. Now, I have 2 points, so I'm going to say ym equal. Okay, this is what I like to do. Always, I don't confuse myself. I'm going to label them. This is gonna be x comma y, and this is going to be x1 comma y1. So I'm going to say okay, y will be negative 9 minus y1 1 over x, which is 7, minus x1, which is minus 5. Okay, right there. Yeah. Okay. I will say m equal. Now, negative 9 minus 1, they have the same sign. So we keep the sign and we add them together. So they have the same sign. We're like subtracting adding, it doesn't matter, like they have the same sign. We add them together and we keep the sign. So this is going to be 10. 9 plus 1 is 10. Now, as you can see here, this is minus, minus. So, like when we have two minus together, it just made a plus. So this is the same as 7 plus 5. I have already explained that before, but just in case. So m equal minus 10 over 7 plus 5 is 12. Now we can simplify this. We can say 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I will say m equal negative. We get the sign. 5 over 6. And this is our slope. But it is, okay, this is the slope of line L. But it is asking what is the slope? Like, what is the, oh, 1 second. Okay, what is the equation of line K, which is perpendicular? So if we have this, we need to get the perpendicular slope. Okay, now the perpendicular slope, will be reciprocal opposite. So this is negative, so our answer will be positive. That's the opposite part. And then we just put the reciprocal thing. So the one in the bottom will go up, the one in the top will go bottom, and we have 6 of 5. Positive. So I can go here, and I will say, okay, this is not my answer. Alright, this is not my answer. I have two left. Let's see what it is. I know, and okay. Now let's just find the equation for line K. We go here, we say y minus y1 equal mx minus x1. We substitute our values. Now this is the point we're gonna use because we're evaluating 9k, not 9l. So we will use the point of 9k. Okay, we have our label with y minus, or like y minus minus 4 minus minus positive. So y plus 4 equal 6 over 5, which was our slope, x minus 1. And this is the value of our equation. And we can go here and I will say, okay, this is the equation I'm looking for. And this is not my answer. Now, next. Lines L and G and points P and Q are graphed in the coordinate plane. The equation of line F is y equals 2. The equation of line G is y equal to x minus 1. Write an equation of a line that is parallel to line F and passes through line to point P. Okay, now first. There's something to be parallel like this. It just needs to be like straight, the same side, the same way, and never touching. So if I want something parallel to line F that passes through line to point P, I would use to do something like this. I will be this because it's a straight line and it's going in the same direction. I don't know how to explain it exactly. It's just because this is just a visualization thing. It's not like exactly equation because we don't have f. As you can see, the equation for line f is y equal 2. So we need y equal a number as well. So it's going to be like the same type of equation. We will make them parallel. Now, we know that this is line P, and we can see when we draw a straight line, a straight horizontal line, and it passes through -1, which is the y value of line P. So I can say that my equation will be y equal this value, which is the y-intercept. As you can see, in the first one, it was y equal 2 because of the y-intercept. So the y-intercept here will be -1. So it will be y equal -1. That's our equation. Now, for an equation to a line that is parallel to line G and passes through point P. Now, this is kind of simple. We can, like, for parallel lines, we are using the same slope. And we already have the slope from line G. So line G, the slope is going to be 2 because they're telling us so. And also, we can always use trisogram, but it can be tricky because then you will need to go. This is going to be right to a square because, as you can see, each two squares there is a whole number. I'm sorry. Okay, so we 1, 2, and 1, which is 2. But we don't need to do that way. We already have the equation, which is way easier. And we have our slope. We know that our slope will be 2 because it's a parallel line. And we know the formula we need to use. Y minus y1 equal m x minus x1. 1 second. It's not okay. Now we wanted to pass through point P, right? So we're using point P. We say y minus. No, our value is -1, so minus minus is positive. So y plus 1 equal 2 because that's our slope. X minus. This is going to be our x value. We see that is also negative, so negative, negative, positive, and 2. Now we can solve for this, so we cannot. I'm sorry about that. But what I'm saying is that it depends on basically what your professor wants or what you're more comfortable with, what they're asking for exactly. Generally, they can tell you, but I always like to provide it in a slow intercept form, which is the form we're used to do it. Like is this form, and sincerely, since they are giving us the equation, I'm sorry, they're giving us the equation in that way. I will just provide the answer that way. So I'm going to say, okay, y plus 1 equal, I'm going to multiply, this, and then this. So 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 2 is 4, so plus 4. Now I'm going to subtract 1 from each side, and 1 minus 1 is just 0, so y equal, then 2x, and 4 minus 1 is going to be 3, plus 3. And yeah, that's our equation. Try there. It's going to make this smaller. Yeah. No, next, for an equation that is a line that is perpendicular. The line is F and pass through the point Q. Okay, now this is as you can see, there is no like for this. I explained in one video before. I don't remember it was the video that we couldn't hear very well. I'm sorry. But I explained that for like horizontal lines to have like the perpendicular lines for a horizontal are the perpendicular are the vertical lines. So if we have a horizontal line like this, this perpendicular line will be a vertical line, and vice versa. So if we have a vertical line like this perpendicular line will be a horizontal line. So that's basically it. So we have we have a horizontal line right here. So we want a perpendicular line that passes through the point Q. Oh, we're going to do something like this. And this is the line we want. And now for this, you saw that the equation for this one was y equal 2 because it's y equal the y-intercept. In this case, our equation will be x equal 3 because now it is a vertical line, so we need to use x equal, and it passed like the x-intercept is equal 3. So you can think about it as, okay, it is intersecting, it's only for, remember, this is only for horizontal or vertical lines. What I'm going to say now, only for horizontals or vertical line. Okay, I can show you a line like this. Okay, let me draw a line with this, and I can tell you, okay, this is going to be the axis, this is going to be the axis, and this is going to be 3. It's like, this is the, this is number 3. Okay, I will say, oof, it's inner, like, this line, um, J, is intersecting the coordinates of y equal 3, like, 3 in the y-axis, like in the y-axis. So I will say that the equation of this line is y equal 3. Now, suppose that we have this other line, and this is 1. I don't know. I will say, oh, this line M, is intersecting the graph at x equal 1, like right here. So the equation of the line is x equal 1 because it's intersecting at x equal 1. That's basically what it is. Like a good way to memorize vertical horizontal lines. So that's the reason I know that our equation here will be x equal 3. No, this is write an equation for a line that sorry about that again. Okay, write an equation for a line that is perpendicular to line G and pass through the point Q. Okay, perpendicular. What will we know about perpendicular? We know is opposite reciprocal slope. If our slope, like initial slope with 2, then it is positive, so opposite will be negative. Okay, our perpendicular slope will need to be negative, and this is 2 over 1, so our slope will be 1 over 2, which is the reciprocal. Now we're good. We have our slope, and we also have our point. Our point is q, which is 3 comma negative 2. So we can use our equation y minus y1, and just going to substitute like right away to don't write this thing again and again and again over and over. Mm. So y minus, okay, I look for my y value. Oh, my y value is negative, so I will say minus and minus positive 2 because y value is minus 2. It's just the opposite sign. And then we have our slope, which is negative 1 over 2. And we have x minus our point. Okay, this is the value of the x is 3. So x minus 3. As I said before, depending on what they are giving you, or I don't know what your professor says or what they want, you can put the answer in the format. But since they are giving us the question and slow intercept form, which is what we know already, which is this, and just continue doing that. So I'm going to multiply. I'll say like I mean I will say y plus 2 equal, then multiply negative 1 over 2 times x is negative x over 2, or negative 1 over 2x is the same. No, sorry. Negative 2 times negative 3. Remember when we are multiplying, we multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So it will be negative 1 over 2 times 3 over 1. So negative 1 times 3 will be negative 3 because it's opposite sign, so we keep the negative. And 2 times 1 will be 2. And this will be minus 3 over 2. We finish with this exercise. Continue with the next one. Okay, this is a problem. Yay. And the owner of a maple cider farm is studying the average winter temperature in Fahrenheit and the number of gallons of maple syrup produced. The relationship between the temperature and the number of gallon maple syrup produced for the past 8 years is shown in the table. So part A, make a scatter plot of the data and draw a line of it that passes as close as possible to the plot point. Okay, then just plug in the points. I would say 24,154. So 24,154. Okay, right there. 24,154, then it will be 26 with 128. So 26, 128, right there. And 25, 141. So 25, 141. Just trying to do this, I'm sorry. Okay. Now 22, 168. Okay. 28, 104. 28, 104. 22 and 160. And this is going to be our graph. What I will do is just pass a line. That is more or less what you guys did. I think that's close enough. Okay, I'm sorry for the cut. Sorry. I need to do this again. I'm sorry for it. Basically now, it is like we need to do part B, and part B says that the top of the line is approximately that number. So to make sure it is the number they're saying, any number basically, we just calculate it. We are using points in the line. So we can use what numbers I was using was this is 27, 27, comma, let me use another color so it's better. So this is 27, comma, and I like see here there will be approximately 112. I will say 112. Now this right here will be okay, use one in the top. I'm just going to use that one. With 22, comma, 162, I will say. 162. And those are our numbers. Now are you going to use the slow formula? So equal y1, like y minus y1 over x minus x1. I'm going to substitute. It will be 112 minus 162 over 27 minus 22. 112 minus 152. Remember they have opposite signs. So, wait, never mind. Going back, rebobinating. My bad. They are not multiplying. They are subtracting each other or adding. Doesn't matter. So, we use when like they have different sign. Use subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. So it will be 162 minus 112, which is 50. Now the one that has the one that is greater, like is the sign that we're going to maintain. So the greater one was 162, and 162 is negative, so this is also going to be negative. And now 27 minus 22 is 5, so this is 5. And then negative 50 divided by 5. We keep the sign because they have different signs, so the sign is gonna be negative. And 5, like 50 divided by 5 is 10. So this is negative 10. Now I see my options. Um, I say that it says that the slope of the line is approximately negative 9.3. Sincerely, I will say that this is true for the reason that it says approximately. Approximately. And since we got negative 10, it's not that far for negative 9.3. So I will say this one is true. Now, since this one is true, this long line is not going to be negative 7.5. So this one is false. We don't need to do anything else. Now, next, the y-intercept is about, okay, we have the y-intercept. Now, we want to calculate for the y-intercept. I would recommend doing the formula we were using before, like y minus y1 equal mx minus x1, and solve it. So we get the y-intercept. And so we're going to go to choose this random point. I'm just going to choose the 27,112. Yeah, why not? Well, actually, I'm going to choose 22,162. Yeah, why not? Never mind. So I can choose the 22,162 as my point. You get to choose whatever point. It doesn't need to be exactly the points I'm using. I just draw a line that for for my eyes better fit the data, but actually, um, it should actually be something like this. Yeah, a little bit up. I think that will fit the data better. But either way, it's going to be approximately. And you see, it says approximately here. It says it's about, and then here it says again it's approximately. So that's basically how it works. Now we have our point, we have our equation, and we have our slope, which is negative 9.3. I'm going to use this one because it's more accurate since that's the one the exercise is giving us. So I will say y minus y value is 162 equal negative 9.3. X minus, or x value is 22, so 22. Now y minus 162 equal negative 9.3 times x is just negative 9.3x. So negative 9.3x. Now negative and negative is positive, so negative 9.3 times negative 22 is going to be positive. 22 times 9.3. I'm gonna come here. I will say 22 times 9.3 is 204.6. So 204.6. I'm going to use another color so you can see better. Okay, negative. I'm just writing over the one I had before. Now we add 162 to both sides. So this comes out and get y equal. Now the x, we keep the x. I got a 9.3x. 204.6 plus 162 is 366.6. So plus 366.6. And this is the value we get. Now I see my choices, and I see here that it says that the y-intercept is about 366. So that's our answer. See, because we can see here y-intercept, which is the value we have left, right? Like that doesn't have an x nearby or anything. We see that or it is 166, so that's our answer. It's not exactly, but the about, as I explained before. So since the y-intercept is 166, D just doesn't make sense. And we cancel out D. Now, E. At 30 degrees, F approximately 87. Okay, let me read it right. E. At 30 degrees F, approximately 87 gallons of maple syrup are produced. So what I will do is substitute my value. I know that the F, as I can see here, the F is going in the X value, so I can substitute by X. And I will say, okay, I'm going to substitute by F. I have my equation. I'm going to say y of 30, because I'm looking for 30 degrees, equal, okay, let me write this for you. Y of 30, because I'm looking for 30 degrees, equal negative 9.3 times 30 plus 366. I'm going to use 366 because that's the y value is doing the exercise, just to make it more accurate. Okay, I have y 30 equal negative 9.3 times 30. So 9.3 times 30. Minus times positive, like negative times positive is negative, so we keep the negative. It was 279. And then plus 366. Now they have different signs. So we subtract each other and keep the sign of the bigger one. The bigger one is 366, so our answer will be positive. And we say 366 minus 279, which is 87. 87. So that's our answer when the temperature is 30 degrees. So I go here, I say, okay, that's my answer. So A is true. Now let's see if F is also true. I'm going to do the same. Now or X value will be 40 because we want to see at 40 degrees. I will say y of 40 equals negative 9.3 times 40 plus 366. Now I will say y will be equal negative 9.3 times 40 is 372. So it will be negative 372 plus 366. Now, as you can see here, now we are going to keep the sign of the bigger one and subtract each other. So the bigger one is 372 and it is negative, so we keep the sign. And we say 372 minus 366 is 6. So our answer is negative 6. And as you can see here, it's not even nearby 28. So this is false. Yeah, that's our answers. I'm sorry if this is too long, if anything, just let me know. Go Discord, contact me. I'm here to help you. Um, I'll see you next week. Thank you.